I used to believe that eating fruit was always the healthiest choice until the day everything changed. My name is Linda. I'm 72, and like many seniors, I've been trying to take better care of myself. After my retirement, I thought I had it all figured out: daily walks, regular checkups, and of course, a big bowl of fruit every morning. Bananas, grapes, oranges. I loved them all. But then came the dizziness, the bloating, the sudden spike in my blood sugar, even though I hadn't touched a cookie in weeks. At first, I thought it was just part of aging, or maybe a side effect from my blood pressure medication. But when I ended up in the ER with dangerously high potassium levels, my doctor looked at me and said something that stopped me cold. Linda, it's the fruit. That moment changed everything. I had no idea that certain fruits I'd trusted for decades could quietly work against my body, especially at my age, and especially with the conditions I was managing: high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and chronic kidney disease. I started learning that while fruits are packed with vitamins, not all of them are senior friendly. In fact, some could make things worse. Take starfruit, for example. Did you know it can be toxic for people with kidney issues? Or grapes, those tiny, innocent-looking things loaded with sugar that can cause your glucose levels to skyrocket. Or oranges, which I used to squeeze fresh every morning, not realizing the citric acid was aggravating my acid reflux. I felt betrayed by the food I thought was healing me, so I did what anyone would do. I dug deeper. I researched. I talked to nutritionists, doctors, even other seniors who were facing the same confusion. What I uncovered shocked me. 7 fruits that older adults, especially those with heart disease, diabetes, kidney problems, acid reflux, or anyone taking daily medication, should either avoid completely or consume with serious caution. And today, I want to share what I've learned, not to scare you, but to empower you. Because the truth is, we can't afford to eat like we did in our 40s. Our bodies have changed, and our choices need to change too. My journey taught me that good health isn't just about what you eat, but knowing what not to eat. So if you've ever reached for that sweet banana or that juicy slice of watermelon, thinking it was the healthiest choice, stick with me. What you learn in the next few minutes might just save you a trip to the ER or even your life. As I sat with my doctor, trying to make sense of it all, he explained something I had never considered. For decades, we've been told that fruits are essential for good health. They're full of vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, everything our bodies need to stay strong. And it's true. But here's the catch. Not all fruits are created equal, especially when it comes to seniors. You see, as we age, our bodies don't process food the same way. Our kidneys may not filter out certain toxins as efficiently, our digestion slows down, and our blood sugar levels become more sensitive. And that's why some fruits, despite being packed with nutrients, can actually do more harm than good. So, what are these fruits that seniors should avoid or approach with caution? Let me break them down for you, starting with the 7 fruits that raised alarms for me, and that you should think twice about before adding them to your daily routine. Starfruit. This one hit me hard. As someone with kidney disease, I had no idea that starfruit could be dangerous. It contains a toxin that is harmful to individuals with kidney issues. If consumed, it can lead to confusion, seizures, and even kidney failure. I had always loved its tangy taste, but now it's a fruit I'll never touch again. Grapes. Small but powerful in sugar, grapes can be a silent threat. Their high sugar content can lead to spikes in blood glucose levels, making them particularly dangerous for people with diabetes. I didn't realize how much sugar I was consuming when I popped a handful of grapes in my mouth every afternoon, but it wasn't long before I felt the effects: blood sugar highs, followed by sluggish lows. Oranges. For years, I squeezed fresh orange juice every morning, thinking it was the perfect, refreshing start to my day. But as my acid reflux started acting up, I learned that the citric acid in oranges can trigger heartburn and acid reflux. Not to mention, their high sugar content can also contribute to blood sugar issues, especially when eaten in large quantities. Avocados. These creamy fruits were once my go-to for heart-healthy fats. But with high potassium content, they can throw off the balance for people with kidney disease. In fact, if you're on a potassium-restricted diet, consuming too much avocado can cause dangerous potassium overload, leading to irregular heart rhythms and muscle weakness. Watermelon. I always thought watermelon was the ultimate hydrating fruit. But for seniors who struggle with swallowing or have digestion issues, watermelon can be a choking hazard due to its watery, slippery texture. It can also cause blood sugar spikes, especially if consumed in large amounts, making it dangerous for those managing diabetes. Papaya. While papayas are rich in enzymes that can aid digestion, they can also interfere with blood-thinning medications like warfarin. The enzymes in papaya can increase the effects of these medications, which could lead to excessive bleeding, something I had never considered before. Bananas. Bananas are one of those fruits I loved for their potassium content, thinking they were great for heart health. But for people with kidney disease, the high potassium levels can cause dangerous heart arrhythmias. If your kidneys aren't filtering efficiently, those extra levels of potassium can build up in your blood, and that's a serious concern. I wish someone had warned me about these fruits earlier. I truly believe that had I known about these risks, I could have avoided a lot of discomfort and potential harm. So, if you're watching this and wondering if you've been eating these fruits without a second thought, think again. Your health is worth more than blindly following old habits. Be aware of what you're putting into your body and make sure your food choices are working with you, not against you. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing more tips on how to stay healthy and feel great as we age. Plus, I'll dive deeper into what we should be eating to keep ourselves strong and vibrant. Click that subscribe button so you never miss an update that could help you live a healthier, longer life. As I sat quietly reflecting on my doctor's words, I realized just how much our bodies change as we grow older. When we're young, our organs like the liver, kidneys, and stomach are in their prime. They process food, filter out toxins, and maintain a delicate balance that keeps us healthy. But as we age, things start to shift. Our body's ability to break down food, absorb nutrients, and manage waste slows down. For years, I had eaten the same fruits I always loved: juicy oranges, sweet bananas, and tangy grapes, without a second thought. But now, as I was getting older, I started to notice things weren't quite the same. Fruits that once seemed perfectly harmless now felt like a danger zone. And it wasn't just about the sugar content or the occasional upset stomach. No, it was far deeper than that. The truth is, when our organs begin to age, they don't function as efficiently as they used to. Our liver, which helps detoxify harmful substances from the body, loses some of its ability to handle large amounts of sugar and toxins. The kidneys, which filter out waste and excess minerals, become less effective, making it harder to manage things like potassium levels. The stomach also slows down, which means that the digestion process takes longer, and certain fruits, especially those high in acid or fiber, can cause indigestion or acid reflux more easily. Take, for example, the avocado. As much as I loved its creamy texture and healthy fats, My doctor explained how my aging kidneys could no longer handle the high potassium content. In fact, my kidneys had become less able to remove the excess potassium from my body, putting me at risk for dangerous conditions like hyperkalemia. The same thing goes for bananas. While they're a great source of potassium, if your kidneys aren't working at full capacity, consuming too much can actually cause serious heart problems. Then there's the orange. I used to squeeze fresh juice every morning, but as I got older, my stomach couldn't handle the acidity of citrus fruits like I used to. The citric acid from oranges began triggering heartburn and acid reflux, and the painful, burning sensation in my chest after every glass of orange juice reminded me that I wasn't as young as I used to be. The grapes I snacked on so carelessly were another shock. While they seemed harmless enough, my aging digestive system wasn't able to process their sugar content as efficiently as before. As a result, my blood sugar would spike much more easily, which was particularly concerning because I was at risk of developing diabetes. And let's not forget the star fruit, which I mentioned earlier. What I didn't realize at the time was that it's not just a danger for those with kidney disease, it can cause harm even in small amounts if your liver isn't functioning as well as it used to. The toxins in star fruit can accumulate in the body and result in symptoms like confusion or seizures. The more I learned about how the body ages, the clearer it became. My once reliable digestive system had slowed down, making fruits I had enjoyed for years now a potential threat. It was eye-opening, to say the least. And honestly, I felt a little overwhelmed at first. It's one thing to hear that certain foods could harm you, but it's another to realize that those foods were once your comfort, your go-to snacks, and your trusted source of vitamins and energy. But there's a silver lining. By becoming aware of how aging affects our bodies, we can make smarter, safer choices. The key is to listen to our bodies, stay informed, and always consult with a healthcare professional when in doubt. This journey toward healthier aging is all about understanding how our bodies change and finding the right foods that will continue to nourish us without causing harm. If this resonated with you and you want to learn more about how aging affects your health and how to stay vibrant as you grow older, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing more helpful tips and advice that can guide you on this journey. Click that subscribe button so you never miss a chance to learn how to live your healthiest life, no matter your age. Reflecting on everything I had learned, a thought crossed my mind, one that I had never really considered before. Natural doesn't always mean safe. For years, I had believed that if something came from nature, it must be good for me. After all, fruits and vegetables are the foundation of a healthy diet, right? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that the world of food is much more complicated than that. Take natural foods, for example. They are often hailed as the healthiest option, the best way to nourish your body. However, as we age, the way our bodies process these natural foods can change dramatically. What used to be safe and healthy can quickly become a health hazard. Consider the star fruit, which I had always assumed was a harmless, exotic fruit. It's loaded with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants, all of which are typically good for us. However, it contains toxins that are harmful, especially for people with kidney disease or those with compromised kidney function. What I didn't know was that star fruit contains a neurotoxin that the kidneys can't filter out properly, leading to serious issues like seizures or confusion. A natural food, yes, but it could be dangerous depending on your health condition. Then there's the issue of high potassium levels found in fruits like bananas and avocados. Naturally rich in potassium, These fruits are great for many people, especially if you're active and need to replenish electrolytes. But when your kidneys aren't functioning as well as they once did, your body can't eliminate excess potassium efficiently. The result can be hyperkalemia, which can cause heart arrhythmias or even a heart attack. Once again, these are natural foods that, for certain individuals, can cause more harm than good. Even something as seemingly benign as a citrus fruit, like an orange, can become problematic as we age. The high acidic content in citrus fruits can trigger acid reflux or heartburn, causing discomfort and even long-term damage to the esophagus. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, and the acidity from these fruits can overwhelm our digestive system, making them less tolerable. I learned that, in many cases, it's not the food itself, but how the body interacts with it as we grow older that makes all the difference. For me, this realization was a wake-up call. It wasn't enough to just eat natural anymore. I needed to think more carefully about how certain foods interacted with my aging body. The reality is that even natural foods can have hidden risks, especially as our organs become less efficient at processing them. Understanding this is key to staying healthy as we age. So, if you're like me and want to make the most informed choices about what to eat, always remember, just because something is natural doesn't mean it's always safe. Your body may change, and the foods that once worked for you might need to be adjusted for your current health. If this opened your eyes to new possibilities about food and aging, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more tips on how to live your healthiest life as you get older. Don't miss out on more helpful insights that could keep you feeling great. Hit the subscribe button and stay informed on the best ways to nourish your body at every stage of life. As I sat there, thinking about all the fruits I once considered healthy, I couldn't help but feel overwhelmed. But instead of dwelling on the risks, I decided to focus on the solutions. There are plenty of other delicious, nutrient-packed fruits that can provide the same benefits without the hidden dangers. These alternatives are especially great for seniors who need to be extra cautious with their diets. First up, I want to talk about strawberries. These little red gems are packed with vitamin C, fiber, and antioxidants, making them an excellent option for seniors. The best part? They're low in sugar, which makes them a great choice for anyone managing diabetes. Plus, the fiber in strawberries helps support digestive health, which can become a challenge as we age. And let's not forget how refreshing they are in a salad or smoothie. Next on the list are apples. I've always loved the crunch of a fresh apple, and it turns out they're not just tasty, they're also super beneficial. Apples are rich in fiber, which helps with digestion and can assist in managing cholesterol levels. They're also low in calories and contain vitamin C, a great way to boost your immune system. Whether you enjoy them as a quick snack or add them to your oatmeal, apples are a safe and healthy choice for anyone, especially seniors. Another fantastic option is pears. These soft, juicy fruits are an excellent source of dietary fiber, which helps keep your digestive system in check. Pears are also loaded with vitamin C and potassium, both of which support your immune system and heart health. If you're worried about potassium overload from other fruits, pears offer a more balanced amount, making them a safer choice for those with kidney issues. Let's not forget about the kiwi, which I've come to adore. These small green fruits are packed with vitamin C, more so than oranges even. They also provide fiber and antioxidants, and they're great for digestion, which can become sluggish as we age. Kiwi is particularly beneficial because it supports gut health, which is crucial as we get older. It's perfect on its own, or sliced into a fruit salad for a burst of flavor. And lastly, cantaloupe or melon. These hydrating fruits are a great option for seniors who may have trouble staying hydrated, especially in the warmer months. Cantaloupe is packed with vitamin A, which supports eye health, important as we age. It's also a low-calorie fruit, making it a great option for those watching their weight. The bottom line is that while some fruits can pose risks to seniors, there are plenty of delicious and safe alternatives that can help us maintain good health. Incorporating these fruits like strawberries, apples, pears, kiwi, and melon into our diet will not only satisfy our sweet tooth, but also provide our bodies with the nutrients they need without the hidden dangers. If you found this information helpful, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more tips on healthy eating and aging well. By staying informed, we can continue to thrive and feel our best at any age. As I sat back in my chair, reflecting on everything I just shared, I couldn't help but feel a sense of empowerment. It's one thing to know which fruits are good for us and which ones we should avoid, but it's another to understand that our bodies are constantly changing, especially as we get older. Linda, the woman in me, had learned this lesson the hard way. One of the most important things I've come to realize in my journey is how crucial it is for us to listen to our bodies. When we're younger, we might not pay as much attention to every little ache or discomfort, but as we age, those small signs can sometimes point to something much more significant. Whether it's feeling a bit off after eating a certain fruit or noticing unexpected changes in energy levels, our bodies often try to communicate with us. That's why it's so important for seniors to be mindful of what they're eating and how it makes them feel. If you find that a certain fruit or food is causing discomfort or affecting your health in unexpected ways, it's time to take a step back. It might be that your body is no longer able to process certain foods the way it once did, and that's okay. It's a natural part of the aging process. But don't ignore those signals. Listen carefully to what your body is telling you. I can't stress enough how important it is to be proactive about our health. If you notice any strange symptoms or changes in your body after eating certain foods, it's essential to consult your doctor. Your physician is your best ally when it comes to making dietary adjustments and determining what's best for you. They can guide you through the process of figuring out which foods are safe and beneficial and which ones may need to be limited or eliminated. When you're dealing with chronic conditions like diabetes, heart disease, or kidney issues, it becomes even more vital to pay attention to the little things. A small change in diet could have a big impact on how you feel day to day. So, if you start to feel any new symptoms or discomfort after eating a particular food, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. They can help you find the right solutions and avoid any potential complications. And remember, health is not just about food. It's also about maintaining a balanced lifestyle, staying active, and staying connected with the people around you. Keeping a positive mindset is just as important as keeping a healthy diet. It's about taking small steps to make sure you feel your best and can enjoy life to the fullest. So, I encourage you, if you haven't already, start paying closer attention to how your body responds to different foods. Make adjustments where necessary, and never hesitate to reach out to your doctor if something doesn't feel right. As we age, we have the power to control many aspects of our health, and by taking these simple steps, we can live a healthier, more vibrant life. If you found this message helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll continue to share tips, advice, and support on how we can live our best, healthiest lives at every age. Stay strong, stay healthy, and always listen to your body. It knows more than you think. Life has a quiet way of teaching us that health isn't about doing everything perfectly. It's about paying attention, learning, and adapting. Linda's journey reminds us that even the healthiest habits like eating fruit, need to be revisited as we age. What once nourished us may now require moderation or mindful substitution. As we grow older, our bodies change, and with that, so should our approach to wellness. It's not about fear, it's about wisdom, listening to your body, making informed choices, and seeking professional guidance when something feels off can make all the difference. This isn't just about avoiding certain fruits, it's about embracing a lifestyle of awareness, balance, and self respect. You deserve to feel your best at every age. If Linda's story resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Senior Moments Matter for more empowering health content tailored for older adults. We'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts about Linda's experience, your own health journey, or any questions you may have in the comments below. Your voice matters, and your story could inspire someone else. Let's grow stronger together.